Hello everybody and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Sunday and let's get right to the charts as Bitcoin is right now trying to push back above 103k. As you can see, if we go on a lower time frame, we are still trading between the weekly S2 and the weekly S3, so you can see price is consolidating, potentially trying to push for a breakout towards 104k, but the first target that we have right here would be the 200 moving average, which would be sitting around 104.3, which would in my opinion be a very reasonable target if we start pushing to the upside during this Sunday. Since the last 4-5 Sundays, they were basically every Sunday we have gotten a pump, so it is potentially going to be happening today also. But as of right now, if you go back on a hard time frame, you can see Bitcoin is still consolidating right here at this low. Basically right now for since Wednesday we have, you can see right here, 5 daily candles clustering together, basically waiting for a move to happen, and in my opinion this move is going to be to the upside potentially, and if we fail to reclaim the moving averages, we are going to be seeing another rejection to the downside, potentially to clear out those lows right here. You can see this low has still not been swept, and this is what I am waiting for. In my opinion, this play is very possible to happen in the cards, since if we look at the liquidation heat map, you can see we have the liquidity stuck to the downside, basically waiting for Bitcoin to take it out right here below 98 to 97k. We have a lot of liquidity which is sitting just waiting to be taken out, but as of right now you can see we are still consolidating right here. And firstly, in my opinion, we are going to be seeing somewhat of a push towards the upside. Now Ethereum is kind of looking better for a more stronger move to the upside. Potentially I am targeting the 200 EMA and the low of this range right here. If we draw our volume profile, you can see basically the value area low of this range would be sitting around 3800, but this would be, if we measure it from the bottom, that would be over 10% of a pump, which is potentially for Ethereum very possible. Solana is right now still consolidating at the bottom right here, waiting for a potential breakout to the upside. If we start seeing Bitcoin push above 103, 104k during this Sunday, it is very possible that we see Solana also push to the upside. Hype right now is showing somewhat of a weakness after being the strongest coin right here in the past couple of days. You can see it did remain over $41 and $43 for basically the last 4 days, while the other altcoins were showing much more weakness. The Bitcoin dominance also started to show more weakness. You can see right now at 59%, still right here in between the moving averages. The daily RSI momentum fell down below the 50 line and is right now at 46, so potentially we are going to be seeing somewhat of a reversal potentially, and then we are going to be seeing the altcoins start to fall down again. Now we did have somewhat of a bullish close on the stock market on Friday. You can see right here we have buyers stepping in at the lows at the moving average at the 50 EMA, and they did manage to push price almost 2% to the upside on the Nasdaq. The same goes for the S&P 500. You can see it did also close potentially bullish, and right now the open would also be potentially bullish, targeting the to reclaim the monthly pivot and then targeting the monthly R1, which would be sitting at 6,920, which would be, in my opinion, the play for the next week for the stock market. And as for Bitcoin, as I said, potentially 107, 108k would be looking nice. And then a potential rejection and final sweep of those lows right here before the real takeoff to the upside starts. Also, the fear and greed index sitting very near extreme fear, excuse me. You can see right here, we are basically just at the bottom, and the last times that we were right here, you can see Bitcoin did finally start pushing towards the upside, so it is very, very possible for the history to repeat. Also, as of right now, this push to the upside, you can see we have our open interest falling down and we have our CVD going up. So this is suggesting that right here at this particular bottom that we have made, we did get a lot of short positions opening up, and right now you can see they are basically getting squeezed very, very hard to the upside, with Bitcoin pumping almost 1.3%. So this is also very important to look at. ETF inflows, as I said, we did have very big outflows last week, over 1 billion. So it is very interesting to see how the next week will be with the ETFs. Long versus short ratio for the day. Today we do have more sellers. I think yesterday we did have overall more buyers in the market on the major exchanges, but right now we do have more sellers, as you can see. Funding rates are remaining positive and high on the major exchanges. We do have some news next week, but basically all of them would potentially not happen since the government is still in a shutdown. Now there are some rumors going around that at Monday, Tuesday, the government would be reopening up again, but in my opinion, it's going to be taking a little while longer than this, but we will see what happens. And I think this covers it for this quick Sunday update. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.